Donde yo voy, que venga alegría. Donde voy yo, que se quite la tristeza. Pero la guardo pa' mí. Pero la guardo pa' mí. Donde voy yo, que venga alegría. Donde voy yo, que se quite la tristeza. Pero la guardo pa' mí. Pero la guardo pa' mí. Ahí nada más. Ahí nada más. Ahí nada más. Ahí nada más. Como el sol que te calienta, como el aire que te da vida, como el agua, no puedes vivir sin ella. Así es mi son, mi rumba, como el sol que te calienta, como el aire que te da vida, como el agua, no puedes vivir sin ella. Así es mi son, mi rumba. Ahí nada más. Ahí nada más. Ahí nada más.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Modelhunt International 2020. We are now in phase 3, the Runway Challenge. My name is Jeana Turner and I am your host. Last month we finished phase 2, which was our commercial challenge, and you saw some of our candidates do a casting video and a commercial ad, and you also got to meet our candidates, and we interviewed the top 5 online votes and our top and bottom 5 from the judges' scores for that challenge. Some candidates had a really hard time and some of them were effortless naturals. So now with our third challenge, what do you guys think? You think they did a good job? So let's introduce the judges. Before I discuss the runway challenges, I want to kind of introduce you guys to them one by one because there's some very special people. So let's start with Errol Issett. Errol is the executive producer of Modelhunt with 20 years plus experience in the fashion industry. He's also a fashion show choreographer and casting director and model coach. Hi, Errol. Next, we have John De Dios. John has been a working photographer since 2001. John started out as a photojournalist and has been a professional working photographer for almost 20 years and a photo instructor and mentor for college students and young mid-career professionals all over the world. His work has been published internationally for publications including the New York Times, National Geographic, Canon USA, Microsoft, and many, many others. John serves as a co-producer and chief photographer for Modelhunt International. Next, we have Delise Anna. Delise Anna's custom designs is led by the creative fashion talent Delise Anna, a Gula native of Beaufort. Is it Beaufort or Beaufort? Beaufort, I got it right. Delise Anna has created custom pieces for the international music artists, including Nicki Minaj, Lizzo, and many, many, many more. This girl is crazy talented. Her work has been seen in magazines and runways showcases such as Marie Claire, Elle, Glamour, New York Fashion Week, LA Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, and so many more. Next, we have Nick Casey with the coolest hair. Nick is a queer, trans-masculine, gender non-binary Asian immigrant who is now an LA-based entrepreneur, designer, and event producer. They refuse to be confined by societal boundaries and limited by the gender binary. Passionate about visibility, equality, and equity, Nick created Equality Fashion Week in 2018, the first queer fashion week in LA featuring over 150 LGBTQ plus people and ethnically diverse talent. They also founded Nick Casey Footwear, the first luxury gender-free footwear and accessory brand, which is big, that's major. Nick is also a part of the Trans Inclusion Task Force for the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce and is on the advisory board for Gender Forward and has been heavily immersed within the LA LGBT plus community for over 25 years. So when you get a chance, guys, go follow them, Nick Casey Footwear on Instagram and Equality Fashion Week. And last but not least is Alan Davis. Where's Alan? There he is. Alan is an Emmy Award-winning documentarian and has produced video content for companies such as Canon USA, ARI, National Geographic, the National Science Foundation, and many more. And when he isn't producing content, you can find him playing with his puppy Mercy.
Of course. Had to get her in here somehow.
Yes, we have to see her at some point.
Next time.
Yes. So let's have a quick chat with our judges. Let's start with Errol. So now that we've done all 3 challenges, which is your favorite and which one was the hardest?
Oh, my favorite's always going to be Runway as a fashion choreographer and a model coach. So that's really something that, I'm very passionate about. Commercial was just added, this year. We didn't have it last year. So I think that's really still a more challenging, challenge for the candidates. But for me, it was more of the runway in terms of doing the workshop and coaching them, because it's still different when you see them in person. Although we made it work, I had to teach them how to walk and pose, just on the camera. So that's something obviously everyone's doing now. And the main challenge was that some of them don't have a big or enough space for them to walk. So some of them were just doing it inside the room, or in their living room, so there's not enough space. So that's just a little bit challenging. But yeah, runway for sure.
Awesome. Okay, next, John, how did the candidates do for this round? And how is doing a virtual runway different compared to a normal live runway?
Well, I think, Errol and Nick can definitely talk more about the runway specifically. But I think the candidates definitely did really step it up this time. And I think it was harder to kind of sort through top and bottom and try to score them. On the production side, the filming it as opposed to a live runway gives us a little bit more leeway for some creative license to do some fun things, so you can do some close-ups to focus on specific aspects of their walks and their fashion and stuff. And I think overall they're just such a great group of candidates that some finalists that they're just going to shine no matter what.
Awesome. And then next we have Nick. Are you still going to go ahead with Equality Fashion Week this year, or are you going to be postponing it with all this COVID craziness?
Yeah, so it was a very hard decision because I really felt like right now more than ever we needed to come together, and build momentum, not lose that momentum because we're just going through so much struggle. And Equality Fashion Week has always been about unity, and so it's been really hard to try to figure out how to be able to put something together that keeps everyone safe. So what we decided to do was actually to do kind of a throwback from last year, because last year was such a great success and everyone had such a great time. So we're going to do kind of a virtual version of like a full feature of last year.
Okay, now let's talk about phase 3 of Model Hunt. Are we back? Oh, there she is. Hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Is my sound okay?
You sound
Perfect.
So, question for you. How is it working with celebrities like Lizzo, Nicki Minaj, on?
You know what? As an artist, whenever you have a vision to create something, you just kind of never really know how it's going to be recepted or accepted. So it's always an awesome feeling to have celebrities like really have the same feeling when they see your designs and wear your designs. It's indescribable. It takes me to my little magical world, seeing celebrities in my designs. So it's awesome.
That's amazing. Okay, cool. We're back. So now let's talk about phase 3 of Model Hunt. For our runway challenge, Errol coached our candidates on how to walk, keep proper posture, doing a stance, posing, and doing different types of runway walks. So we asked our candidates to do 3 different looks, 3 different walks. And the first was the opening where they were just wearing the Modelhunt T-shirt, and we asked them to do a fierce walk. The second is a commercial walk while wearing casual and colorful clothes. And commercial runways are more casual for casual brands and fast fashion. So they kind of require a bubbly personality on the runway more than anything. And then that third walk is a formal evening attire. And our candidates were asked to have a formal, elegant walk. So before we speak with our judges, I'm excited to show you guys the candidates in their opening walk. Here it is. Alan, press play. Can you guys hear me now? Good. Okay. So amazing job, you guys. Such an amazingly fierce job. That was beautiful. I love seeing everyone's different walks. I can't stop like wiggling because the music was so good. So let's catch up with our judges. What did you guys look for when scoring the candidates? And did anyone have a standout or a favorite? Let's start with John.
I think again with Nick and Errol's backgrounds, I could probably definitely get a better, do better justice talking about type of walks. But for me, I was looking specifically for the personality, the attitude, and confidence. And just being able to be present while they're walking, and that, as you said, they did a great job. And one finalist that I've really enjoyed watching throughout the whole thing has been Christopher. I think has been so much fun to watch, and even Yolanda too. I really enjoyed Yolanda's walk this time around, and like their confidence. You can see how much they've grown over the course of the competition. So that was quite a a pleasure really.
Read the confidence on someone's walk, for sure. All right, Nick, what about you? What did you look for when you were scoring?
For me, as both a designer and as a fashion show producer, I always look for confidence and natural poses. I want them to be able to convey the outfit and really, make the designer proud and help the consumer fall in love with the outfit, right? So being really confident about their movements and about how they carry themselves and how they carry the clothes is very important for me.
Errol, what about you? Because I know you're picky when it comes to runway. So what did you look for?
For those who don't know, I met Jeana from LA Fashion Week. So you did an amazing job. I love working with you, Jeana. Same with Nick. It's really confidence on the runway. Obviously, that's something that you want to look at on a model when they're walking right on the runway. I do made sure that I told them that when you do a runway, it's not going to be the same walk. It can't be the same walk. You have to know what kind of clothes you're wearing, and you have a different walk for each. So I made sure I told them, you have to differentiate your walk for the opening, for your commercial, and for your formal. So those are the ones that really I was, when I was scoring it, I was looking at those. If someone really, changed their attitude more for, becoming more fierce, for example, for the opening, and they're more bubbly, as you said, for commercial, and then more elegant when they're walking with a formal outfit.
All right. Let's go to Delisana. What did you look for when scoring?
Yeah, again, for me, like you're all, I really look for confidence in your walk. It really brings the clothes to life. So it's definitely the confidence and your style of walking.
Great. So what is that we need to be confident. Thanks, judges. So now let's reveal our top 5 online highest scores. These are the candidates who had the most views and engagement on our Facebook post of their runway walks. Errol, can you tell us who the top 5 are?
Alan can actually show a video of our top 5.
Let's look.
Congratulations, Stella. You are on our top 5 online voting. So how does it feel?
Feels awesome. My hand is tired of talking to everybody.
Were you surprised to be on the top 5?
Yeah, because 2 days ago, I only had 3 people. I've been really busy. I didn't know I knew that many people. I want to thank everyone for their support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Hi, Sitlali. Congratulations. You're also on the top 5 online voting. How does it feel?
I'm very excited about that.
Were you surprised that you're in the top 5 online?
Yeah, I'm very surprised.
Why
I
you
didn't
not?
even think I could make it in top 5.
Oh, wow. Can you say something to your followers, the ones who voted for you?
Of course, I'm going to say thank you for voting and that I'm very happy that you voted and that I appreciate that you really cared about voting.
Congratulations, guys. You are on our top 5 online voting. How does it feel?
Amazing. It does. It feels, woo. It feels good. It feels really good. I want to thank y'all so much. This is a humongous milestone in my journey. So I'm just really thankful for the ones who have been by my side since day one, since before I even transitioned. You know, it's been a long ride, and I thank y'all for sticking it out with me. And I'm just enjoying every step of the way, and I hope you guys are too. And again, I just thank you guys for just being here with me.
Okay, Juliana, congratulations. You are on our top 5 online voting. How does it feel?
Thank you. It feels really crazy, but honestly, big props to my mother who she copied the link and she sent it to everybody, like everybody. I don't know half the people who liked and commented on my picture because it's all my mother's friends.
Congratulations, Carla. You are on our top 5 online voting. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. I'm so happy and really grateful. And yeah, I'm thrilled that I'm the top 5.
Were you surprised you're on the top 5?
I'm a little bit. I had the time to work on it this time. I feel like I had an edge over the other contestants because I've been in quarantine. And so I had a little extra time to post more, and my dog was healthy, so I didn't have as many distractions as I might. So had a lot of fun posting different things and trying to mix it up, posting a picture of me and Mercy, the therapy dog. I feel like that gets votes. And this time, I don't know, people really shared the video. So they just really came through, and it kind of just took on a life of itself.
Congratulations to our top 5 highest scores for the Runway Challenge. Before we announce the top 5 online votes and judges scores, let's take a look at our candidates in their second look commercial runway. Alan? Awesome job, everyone. It was so sweet to see everyone's different personalities up on the runway. I truly wish I could have been there to strut and to also see you guys strut. So now let's get to the most exciting part, announcing our 5 highest and 5 lowest from our judges' scores. Here we go. Alan? Great, so let's ask our judges for their feedback on each of the candidates. I would like to know, what do you all think the candidates could have done better, need to work on, any personal or general recommendations for anyone? Let's go ahead and start with Lily's Anna.
Hey, I think overall, again, your walk is definitely most important, and confidence. Like, keep the same energy from the beginning of the runway to the end of the runway. And when you're posing, give the photographers and press a second. So you pose and you count 1, 2, and then you pose again, and then you walk. And do not lose the energy, do not lose the confidence that you start with when you enter the runway.
Yes, I completely agree with that. You have to hold those poses at the end to make sure press gets those pictures, and you want to hold it for like 3 to 5 seconds. 5 might be a little too long, but if take your moment. 5 seconds is not bad, but you definitely want to stay there for long enough to snag those shots.
Exactly.
Okay, next, Errol. What do you think the candidates need to work on?
Yeah, I love what Delisana said. It's exactly what I'm thinking. She's spot on with what she said.
Yeah.
I just want to give a little bit more, feedback on each of the top. On the bottom 5 candidates, and I'm gonna start with Chandra. I think because she came late at during the shoot, she didn't have time for hair and makeup, so maybe that put her off a little bit. I didn't see her confidence when she was walking. Especially that she was one of the first. I think, yeah, she was one of the first on the second day. So that kind of threw her off when all of a sudden you're like, you're late. And then we're like, there's no time for makeup. Just go. And that happens during a fashion show, right, Jeana?
Yes, chaos backstage.
Exactly, chaos backstage. So that's something that we're giving them this experience and training to really, like, you know what? Even if it's just being shot, even if it's a virtual runway, these are real things that's happened, during a fashion show. Next, we have Landon. I think also for Landon, he was very shy. Same when he did the photo shoot and commercial, he was very shy and very not sure about himself. So it really showed while he was walking. You can see on his face, and especially in his eyes, when you're looking up and you're thinking, okay, what am I supposed to do next? So
Yes.
That's really something I look at when I teach models. If they're not confident, it can show with their eyes. Louisa, I'm actually surprised that she's on the bottom 5. Honestly, I think she did a great job. If I can criticize or give her feedback, I think it's more of that she needed more of her personality to shine. I think it was the same. I mean, she did a good walk. She did the posing right, but I think there was no personality that was missing. So it was the same walk from opening to commercial and to formal. Sean, again, same with Landon. I think he was shy, and at the time, he drove for 8 hours or more, I think, to LA when we did the shoot. So he was really tired and really show. And then lastly, Destiny, who is our bottom. When you see her walk, she's very stiff, and I told her that when she was walking, her arms was just on the side and almost like a robot. She was like a Barbie when she was walking. And I told her, just be natural, have fun. And again, she was looking at, thinking, what am I going to do next? So yeah, those are my feedback.
Got it. All right. That was very helpful. I'm sure they can definitely take a lot from that and learn from it, because you are the best at coaching Runway.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next is Nick. You have any personal or general recommendations for anyone specific?
I do. I have some general feedback, which is that, one of the things that are most important is really building that confidence, before you get onto that stage. And when you get up there, it's about representing what you're wearing, right? So when you're a runway model, you have to think about the passion that you have for what you're wearing and really convey that, because if you fail to let the audience see that you have to really exude and present what you're wearing, then you're failing the designer and the consumer, right? In terms of specific feedback, I actually had written down notes, because I think that everyone has so much potential and they all did a great job. But, for example, Destiny, very much echoing what Errol said, was incredibly stiff, almost like this military robotic, arms. And if she just worked on that more and was more natural and had her confidence, I think her evening wear was her best walk. And really, I felt like she relaxed finally and was more in her element when she had her makeup and had, was more done up. For Sean, he had really bad posture. And that was the first thing I noticed when he did his first the Modelhunt T-shirt walk. And then when he got to the commercial one, it was a little bit more confidence, a little bit better, more energetic. He was able to smile more. And then the final one, it made me question, did he really want to be there? And you don't want a model to make you think that. For Louisa, I agree with Errol that she knows how to do the walk. She has the look. She knows all the moves, but it was very robotic and almost just repetitive. There was no feeling. And so that would be something you can have a room with 100 models, but the ones that are going to stand out are the ones that draw you in, right? So she needs to work on that. Landon was just, he looked like somebody forced him to be there. So I really would love for him to let his personality shine through more and just build that confidence and be more natural with himself and love what he's doing, And then same as what Errol said with Chandra, she was great. She has a really wonderful smile, and I would love to see her do more and work on that confidence a little bit more.
Great critiques. Last but not least, let's swing over to John.
That was a fantastic and very thorough feedback from Nick. And I mean, just to kind of piggyback on what everybody else has already said, the confidence is really the key, because, speaking as the photographer, as Dilly-sana mentioned, and Errol, when they're uncomfortable, you can see them kind of looking around, thinking they're thinking about what they need to do next. When a photographer is photographing models or their subjects, every little thought that goes through their mind or the feeling that goes to their body, it gets exponentially projected on the face. So, for a lot of the runway things, I think going back to the virtual thing, they were doing this one at a time. So maybe it didn't have the energy to feed off of. But I think the biggest thing that they might just want to remember is just breathe, take deep breaths, let everything go, and just have fun with it, because that lets them be more confident, that lets them have more personality, and in the end, I think they'll end up projecting a happier and more just confident affect, and I think that really, really makes a big difference, especially when you're the center of everybody's attention, right? So I think that's really the biggest thing, is just breathe and just be confident. Work on the confidence and relax. Easier for us to say than done, I think, right?
Definitely. I like that you mentioned breathing, because I feel like a lot of models, myself included, just before going out on the runway, that's the last thing you do is you think you got it, and then right before you go out, you tense up. And you're nervous, excited, all of those feelings are in your body, and you literally forget to breathe because you're feeling so much. So I try to mentally woosah just before I walk out, and I actually inhale, hold it, and then let it out. And that makes all those jittery nerves not completely go away, but subside at least a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely helps.
Yeah. So thank you, judges. I'm sure that they all can take so much from what you guys said. So now let's move on to our 5 highest judges scores. Here we go.
Congratulations, Sarah. You are on our top 5 judges score. So how do you feel about being on the top 5?
I'm extremely happy. I'm excited. And I just can't wait to see what's next. I'm ready for it. What do I think I did right to be on the top 5? I don't exactly know. I just know that I continuously try to push through. I try to be on time. I try to keep up with everything. Tried my best.
Congratulations, Kai, for making the top 5 judges scores. What do you feel? How do you feel?
Well, thank you, and I feel very excited, relieved, honestly, but
Why?
very, very. I don't know. I feel like it was mad competition this time with Runway. Like I thought, so many candidates looked great. Like, so I felt the heat. I felt the pressure. I was like, dang. But yeah, I'm really excited to be top 5.
Congratulations, Chris. You are on a top 5 judges scores. What do you feel? How do you feel?
Honestly, I feel, to say the least, relieved. Only because after leaving that like segment or competition or that challenge, I for some reason thought I did really bad. I don't know, I was doubting myself a lot. So just like receiving the email saying like, "Oh, you're invited to, be on this live," is, a relief, definitely.
Hi,
Hi.
Citlali. Congratulations. You are on our top 5 judges scores. What do you feel?
I was really, 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 really excited.
That's amazing. And what do you think you did right to be on the top 5? Like, what did you do?
I think I did the walk really right.
Uh-huh.
And I think I owe thanks to my mom for picking up my dresses.
Okay, Juliana, congratulations for being the top 5. How do you feel?
Super excited. I didn't expect it because I was like very nervous, but I think I gave it my best, and then here's the result.
Did you practice? How did you prepare for the challenge?
I did. So I love wearing heels. So every time, I'm not going out, but every time I actually step out of the house, I just make sure I wear my heels and just kind of walk around and just get used to it. And yeah, I just like walking. So
Congratulations, candidates. Now let's circle back to the judges. I want to know what you guys think the contestants did well and what made them stand out to you. Let's start with Nick.
All right. So, the top 5 were tremendous. They were fantastic. They really stood out for me. And so I'm really, happy with the results. I'm going to start with Sarah because I thought she was a pro at this already. And I don't know what her history is, and I don't know how much experience she has, but it felt like she had a lot. And one of the things I wanted to just share for her was that she was really consistent with her walk and her expressions, her poses. Everything overall was fantastic. Great confidence and moves. My one suggestion would be to just let more of her inner beauty and her personality out a little bit more, because after a while I felt like it was almost like too consistent that it became a little benign. Kai, one of my favorites. Also, just as a fellow trans sibling, I was really happy to see a trans representation in the top 5. Great confidence right off the bat. I really just loved watching Kai coming onto the runway, very consistent throughout all the walks and adjusting his vibe accordingly to which walk it was, which outfit it was, very seamless. One suggestion I have for Kai is to kind of navigate better on how to have a relationship with his limbs, with his hands, and like where to put his hands and his arms when he's posing. Christopher, I wanted to say that, watching him walk was like watching him vogue down the runway, and I loved it. It was exquisite. Just great vibe, great, very versatile, and very comfortable and confident throughout. But the evening wear was actually my least favorite walk, and I think it was, maybe working with how he relates to the clothing a little bit more. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Zitlali?
Yep.
Yeah. She was one of my top. I mean, she was fierce and just ready to go. I think she just lacks a little experience, and with just some more experience, she's gonna kind of take over the world. Great poses, just so natural. And then Juliana finally, she starts off strong, was very confident, great smile, natural poses, very diverse in her poses, and just overall, like you can tell even in the evening wear, she's just such a pro. Because it was getting hot. Was it evening wear or commercial wear? I think it was getting hot. You can kind of see the sweat, but you wouldn't even be able to tell that like she was sweating because she just was so good.
Natural glow.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, next we have Delise Anna. I would love to know what you think that the contestants could have done well, better, what they did well, and what made them stand out to you. Oh, I think you're muted. There you go.
Hi. Sorry. So going through my list, I really didn't think they had much to improve on. They did such a great job. And I just said, Christopher, he had really nice poses. He took his time on the runway. Again, press would be, he'd have amazing press images with his walk and his confidence on stage. Also, Juliana, she looked very comfortable on stage. It looks like she was enjoying it. For Kai, I think your personality is amazing, and it shows through every look you had, and also your confidence on stage was really amazing. And Zatali, I think you're an absolute natural. Some people just have it and you're born with it. You're absolutely beautiful, you're confident, and you're really going to go far in this industry. And Sarah, I think you have great style. I love your poses, and you kept the energy from beginning to end. So
great. John, tell us what you feel about the top 5.
Oh, I think Nick and Delise Anna have really hit it on the nose. They were so fantastic to watch, and being there live, Zitlali was just fantastic. She really helped the room kind of come alive with once she started walking and really showing her personality and the poses. It was just so cute. And I think we can all agree on that, right? But just kind of to go off of what Nick said about Sarah, I loved her commercial walk. I think that's probably one of my favorite ones. But as he mentioned, as they mentioned, with Sarah's evening wear, maybe it got a little too consistent. So I thought when I was photographing, it almost was a little too. It was kind of flat for me, I think. Kai loves his personality. I think he's just so much fun to be around. And then, of course, you have Juliana, who is a pro. I think she's got the confidence down really well, and she knows herself. I think, and I think that's a really big thing about having that kind of presence, is really getting a chance to get to know who you are, and it goes a long way into helping with the confidence.
Definitely. And then last but not least, we have Errol.
Hey. Well, first of all, they deserve to be on the top 5. I mean, all of them, they really exude confidence, and also their personality. It's not just your confidence. In a model competition, you really need to show your personality. And I know Nick was saying, asking about Sarah. Personally, when we were doing the runway shoot, I think she was very shy. She wasn't really that confident, but I really like it. What I see on the video, she really, exuded that confidence afterwards. But in the beginning, she was like, wasn't sure. Kai, oh my God, we were like, when I mean, I was like, I've done a lot of fashion shows, but I was like staring at Kai because he was like really like pushing, that energy towards us. And we were like, woo, we were like clapping behind the scenes because we're like, wow, that's amazing. Especially with the commercial when he was like, using his sunglasses and all that. He was like so suave and all that confidence really is showing. Christopher, again, I mean, he was confident on the photo shoot. He was confident on the commercial. Again, on the runway, it came out as well. And I actually like what he did on the formal when he brought a bag. It did say about that bag, which is funny because he bought that last minute to have an accessory for that formal wear. And the next Sitlali, oh my God, of course. I mean, who doesn't love Sitlali? She's amazing. She always comes to the shoot always prepared. Like I don't know any candidate who really comes so prepared. Like she knows what she's doing, and she's watching every candidate while we're shooting. She really looks and studies them. If they're gonna do if she can do something better or not. And all of a sudden, like on her commercial walk, she did that last post. We were like, wow, like where did it come from? She's amazing. So yeah, I love her. And of course Juliana is always always there at the top 5. So she is very amazing. She's confident. The moment she comes out of that runway, she just exudes that confidence. So yeah, I would just say, obviously there can only be top 5, but I would say, if I were to add some of the candidates, I would say Carla. I'm surprised that she's not in the top 5, and maybe Micah as well. But still, the top 5, they deserve it to be in the top 5.
Definitely. Thank you, judges. So you guys, we are almost done. It's time for the most important part. But before we announce the top 15, let's see our candidates in their third and final runway look, formal evening attire. You guys killed it. You guys are making me want to dress up and prance around my house because we all know I don't have anywhere to go. So good job, everyone. Major, major good job. And now the moment that everyone has been waiting for, our top 15. So here we go. The first candidate who made it to our top 15 is top 15, Tiffany. Top 14, Edna. Top 13, Roxy. Top 12, Angel. Top 11, Yolanda. Top 10, Ben. Top 9, Cincy. Top 8, Bella. Top 7, Danica. Top 6, Micah. Top 5, Chris. Top 4, Zitlali. Top 2, Kai. Top 2, Carla. And that number 1 spot, Juliana is our number 1. Congratulations to our top 15. Make sure to be ready for the last challenge next month, where you'll experience an outdoor photo shoot and a commercial shoot. And that's it, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on October 17th here on Facebook Live for our final live stream and announcement of our top 5 winners. Stay tuned to our Facebook, Instagram, and all of our social media for the latest updates and news. Again, I'm Jeana Turner. Be well, be safe. See you all soon.
Bye.